Welcome to the another chapter of the book, The Art of Laziness. In this chapter, we are learning to about surround yourself with right people. Jim Rohn says like this: You are the average of five persons you spend the most time with. In 2001, Warren Buffett posed a crucial question to students at the University of Georgia. He presented a scenario where you could view an individual as a company and potentially invest in them. Under this scenario, you would receive 10% of their future income, which could also extend to their health, happiness, or knowledge. Who would you pick and why? The question is, what do they do differently from you? What habits have they adapted that you don't have? This also works the other way around. If you have to reduce a person's income, who would you pick and why? Many of us choose to surround ourselves with people who have the same expectations as ourselves, the same goals, and the same level of motivation. If those people who have few expectations don't have any clear goals and lack motivation, we will probably feel the same. If your friends are lazy, then you will probably also be lazy. If your friends procrastinate, you are also most likely to procrastinate. On the other hand, if your friends work hard, you will also probably work hard. If your friends reads books, you are also more likely to start reading books. There might be an outlier, but that's very rare. The main reason people stagnate is because they surround themselves with the people who are inactive. Basically, you adopt the habits of the person who is closest to you. Their good or their bad habits becomes yours. If your friend likes to waste time, you will also join him in wasting time. It's easy enough to be influenced by others, especially those in your close circle. This also works the way around. If you have friends who are always on the go, working towards their goals, and have adopted good habits that will rub off on you, the choice is yours. The people you surround yourself with have a massive impact on your life. They shape your thoughts, they shape your actions, they shape your future. The right people can distinctly improve your life, and the wrong ones will only worsen your life. Change your circle to change your thinking. If you want to change your thoughts, you must change everything you do. That includes changing the people you hang around with. If your buddies, if your pals, or close acquaintances are lazy, negative, or not making a positive impact on your life, it may be worth changing your friends, close circle of your friends, or at least not listening to their advice. Simply listen and leave it. Someone once said, surround yourself with the people who have dreams, desire, and ambition. They will help you push for and realize your own. Don't take advice from everyone. Don't take advice from someone you wouldn't wish to change places with. Let's say you want advice on how to be happier. The last person you should ask is someone who is always miserable. Think about it. If their advice had any value, why aren't they happy themselves? Who you take advice from will decide the life you are going to live. Take advice from unhappy people and you will become unhappy. Take advice from unhealthy people, you will become unhealthy. Take advice from angry people, you will become angry. If they don't have what you want, don't listen to what they say. Said by Alex Harmozy. Diderot effect. Around 250 years ago, the French philosopher Denis Diderot was quite well known, but despite his popularity, he was poor. His daughter was planning on getting married, but he didn't have the money to give her a dowry. When Catherine the Great, Empress of Russia, heard about his predicament, she offered to buy a Diderot library. Suddenly, the philosopher found himself with a lot of money. He replaced his old robe with a new scarlet robe. Although he loved the robe, he realized that the other things he owned weren't as beautiful. His shoes did not match the beauty of the robe, and in a short time he bought new leather shoes, a wooden desk to write, a golden clock, and many works of art. All these expenses eventually led to him ending up in debt. The kind of behavior is known as the Diderot effect. This same principle applies to your actions as well. The Diderot effect can relate to accumulating bad habits in similar way to accumulating material possessions. Just as obtaining a new possession can lead to a spiral of the consumption, acquiring a new bad habit can lead to a spiral of a negative behavior. For example, if you pick up the habit of smoking cigarettes, it may trigger a desire for other behaviors that complement smoking, such as drinking alcohol excessively or engaging in an unhealthy eating habits. This cycle of reinforcement can perpetuate the development of additional bad habits, creating a downward spiral of negative behaviors. Similarly, just as the Diderot effect involves a disruption of one's self image, leading to a desire for harmonization with the new possession, acquiring a bad habit can disrupt your self concept and lead to a desire for behaviors that align with the new habit, even if those behaviors are detrimental. Overall, the Diderot effect is a useful analogy for understanding how one negative behavior can lead to the accumulation of additional bad habits over time. I want to quote one quotation from Bhagavad Gita in second chapter. ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः संगस्तेषूपजायते संगात् संजायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽपि जायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिविभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. In this shloka, it is also mentioned the same. How your senses are attracting to the material possessions, it will create the desire. If that desire is not fulfilled, it will result in anger, and from the anger your intellect will be destroyed, and if your intellect is destroyed, you will not progress in what you are desired way. So I give an exercise for this chapter. Find out the right 5 people that you want to be surrounded with and spend time with them. Thank you so much. See you in another chapter where you can learn new lessons and new exercises. Until then, stay connected.